Get in the pizza oven.
Yeah.
It's really small. Get in.
Get in the microwave.
We got a gun.
Oh fuck.
It's the BFG.
Yay. That's one big fucking gun.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
This is a Slenderman.
Slenderman's back. And he's cooking hot dogs on the stove.
Ew. It's crazy how, like, quick the Slender Man craze died off.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's hard to say how things would have, if things would have gone differently if that real life tragedy hadn't happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a factor.
It's definitely part of it.
Yeah. We have to watch the movie, though, at some point.
Do we?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's apparently really, really bad.
No, it's
Or-
great.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that movie would have always sucked, but I also know like that's heavily changed and delayed forever because of that tragedy. So I am curious what that originally would have looked like.
So
Probably should
okay,
be
so
canceled.
I missed out on the whole Slender Man thing. I don't really know much about it. What tragedy?
Oh.
There were a couple of kids who like took their friend to the woods or something and stabbed her as like a sacrifice for the Slender Man.
Yeah.
I think she lived. I think she did.
She survived.
The stabbing, but yeah,
Not fun stuff.
that's a whole of the can of worms where those kids were clearly fucked up, and if it
Yeah.
wasn't Slender Man, it would have been something else. You shouldn't blame the game for that happening,
that's
but
always
yeah,
the way,
that's a
yeah.
whole other yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, point being that
It is
movie
funny,
came
though,
way
with
too
like
late.
the media with stuff like that, though, where it's like, suddenly it's like, oh, the Slender Man, that's the new thing all the kids are
The hip
saying
thing.
to kill each other.
And
That's
then
how it was
Oh,
designed to
Jesus.
be.
and then something like Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, we all thought that would be a quick fad and a one-off game, and that's a decade later still a multi-million-dollar franchise. You know,
Still
You
got
can't-
legs.
you can't predict how these things are gonna go.
Yeah, you never know.
Can't wait for Five Nights
They
at
should
Freddy's
make-
2.
Five Nights versus Slenderman.
Yay. I do wonder though if that's something, because like we're all like whether you played the game or looked into that or not, like we're all obviously aware of Slender Man. You know, we remember when that was a thing. I wonder how quickly that's gonna be lost on like younger generations who like just haven't even heard of it. Like,
I would be willing
would
to
just
bet
say,
it's
"Oh,
probably starting. In
Yeah,
the same way
maybe.
that stuff like younger people probably don't know what Jeff the Killer is.
Hey, Jeff the Killer.
Why?
He's cringe.
Don't say that. Why say that?
I say that.
You can't say that.
I remember
Alan's
my
still
youngest
reading.
brother. I was playing the Friday the 13th game, and he walked in and he was like, "Oh, it's Jason the Killer."
The Killer.
Speaking of those online games, Austin, I don't know if you saw, but they're ending support for the Texas Chainsaw game.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that. I mean, that seems to be what's happening to all of them.
Yeah.
Just more reason for why they should stop.
Probably.
There's just not
The-
enough. Like, you can't support an entire online game on one IP.
Well, the current rumor is that studio is back to work on like a remaster or re-release of the Friday the 13th game. Now that the rights are sorted out on that. So I'm fine with that. I hope that happens. But I don't need more of those types of games. I just want Friday the 13th to be playable again. because I really like that game.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake.
Oh my god.
He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit.
It's an episode of House MD.
Cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing.
Then go faster.
The
Must go
hypothesis
faster.
remains unchanged.
Let's go faster.
Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to
Must
generate
go
art
faster.
before we hit the threshold.
Faster.
That was another part last night. But they did the raptor in the mirror when they were driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's the shot from the first one. And I was like, yeah, they did it in Jurassic World too, remember? And he was like, no.
I genuinely don't.
Because I also said that exact same thing when we got it in the first one.
Why would I remember that movie? It's bad.
That is true. That is true.
Jurassic. What's the name of the movie? Dominion? That's a good movie. That's a good movie. I can speak.
Oh my god.
No, I can't even speak. He's definitely being eaten.
It's really funny though, when this topic came up a few months ago, and in the live chat somebody said, "Oh, Dominion's my favorite Jurassic World movie," and Noah and John were both like, "Fuck off." No, it's not. And now they're like,
I said
"Ah,
that,
it's good."
I said
No,
that
I
when I
haven't
hadn't
even
even seen it. It's weird.
Noah's an
What?
asshole.
It's what your tone said.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
being a salty bitch.
it turns out watching a bad movie is better when you watch it with people. Who would have known?
Depends on the movie for sure.
Yeah, but you guys, but John, you guys watch Party the other
Being
movies too.
passive aggressive about it.
But John, in a in a watch party environment though of all three Jurassic World movies, now how would you rank them? Like now, how are you feeling?
Dominion, Fallen Kingdom, and then the first one.
Oh,
Dominion, the first one, Fallen Kingdom.
I would be too distracted.
Fallen
Okay, copy.
Kingdom has not enough funny, stupid shit, and then Jurassic World just is boring.
Yeah.
Look, I might be able to help you, but I need
Hopefully,
information,
the new
cooperation.
one is the best Jurassic World movie, which is
It's
not
a
high
very
bar.
low bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be hard.
Oh, it's Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know if you guys have this. The more trailers come out for Rebirth, the more skeptical I get. Where I'm like, I'm seeing some red flags. Where I'm like, this might really suck
I
again.
haven't watched any.
But I hope it's fine.
Yeah, I haven't really
watched any
followed it.
trailers.
Like, what do you mean?
Like that, we see more about like there. Of course, there's like a family that's shoehorned into it. That's gonna be part of the group.
Oh, really?
And
I mean, that's just an all.
It's just that
Say it?
trope thing that's like, oh, we're doing that again. Okay.
Yeah, it's in like all 6 of them.
And I'm really torn on the hybrid stuff because the later trailers are more just about the hybrids than actual dinosaurs, which I find annoying. But I'm conflicted because on the one hand, I really don't want hybrids, but they at least look more creative and fun than the last few movies did with them. That concept, like we're seeing like these raptor pterodactyl things. I'm like, okay, that looks kind of cool. Like that's
Isn't it an
something.
actual dinosaur though?
There's one that I think is a hybrid, but I could be like there's a sequence with like real pterodactyls and another sequence that looks like some type of hybrid, but I
Well,
could
there's
be wrong.
one because there's the ones that like look like I know that like you're talking about. There's like the ones that are at the convenience store place, but I thought they were like
Yeah.
a real kind of dinosaur. Hold on, I'm gonna look
If
this up.
it is, then yeah. Cool. I did not know that.
We should do something on the first Jurassic Park on the channels.
We should.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to rewatch it anyway, because it's been years. Again, that's a dead end, John.
You can't prove
No,
that.
it's an elevator.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it is like a. No, I think it's because like there's like a specific name they had for them, and I keep seeing it thrown around, so I assumed it was like a
Oh,
real
no.
thing.
Dude,
Because of that.
God. Ever since the first Jurassic World, I can imagine how many kids are like, my favorite dinosaur is the Indominus Rex. It's like, shut up, kid.
I don't
not
think any
real.
kids said that. I think the kids were like, "Take me to McDonald's, bitch," to their mom.
But like with the first Jurassic World, we had one hybrid, and it's like, it's just a bigger T-Rex. I don't know. Fallen Kingdom, I don't know, they're bigger raptors. Like, they're really lame hybrid
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
that's at least I guess something with that main one is that it isn't that. But I also don't
Yeah.
like the hybrid thing. Like I
Yeah.
wish they would just get
I
rid
wish
of
we
that.
got one. Yeah, me too.
But there's like a few things like that where like I also wish we dropped the world thing and just went back to
Mhm.
park because it looks more like the first two sequels.
Yeah. But I hope it's fun. I hope it's alright.
It's weird to me in like the one trailer where you know the shark one, the Mosasaurus is chasing them, or it's like, oh,
Mhm.
it's this thing from the Jurassic World movies, but like in like an action horror sequence, like something out of the first three. Like it's weird seeing those
Yeah.
two things merge. Where it's like, no, it's not supposed to be eating people. It should be like superhero fighting people. Why is there no raptor jumping out of explosions?
John McClane.
Yeah. That was one thing that I'd completely forgotten until we watched Dominion last night. That Blue is like barely in that movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Which sucks because she's awesome.
Because that movie makes her a MILF, yeah.
Yeah. We get introduced to Baby Blue.
Yeah.
It's also really weird how the first two movies like really double down on BD Wong's character, Dr. Wu, being like a cartoon villain, and then in Dominion he gets like a really easy redemption arc
That was
where he's like, "Oh, I'm good now." Yeah.
No,
It's
he's
really
like,
weird.
"Haha, I love being evil." In the first two.
Yeah.
And then in that one he's like, oh, look
good.
at me.
Noah, did you like the part at the end of the movie when we have like 20 main characters who all survive on like
Yeah.
one helicopter?
Yeah. The whole team was there. It was nice to see.
Yeah, I was happy.
It's a real crackerjack team you put together.
Whoa! I don't think you can say that.
John's
can't
like, I
say-
find that offensive as speaking as a white man.
You can't
You
say
should have said
Alan-
cracker.
And Alan Grant doesn't remember where he is.
That's true.
He's like, why are most of you so young?
Ah! Get out of there, John.
At least they finally apologized for Jurassic Park 3.
That's the real
That's true.
important part.
They fixed that.
No idea where I'm supposed to be going.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
as much as the world movies suck, a part of me is glad we've gotten away from or that we've gotten back to just no, they're all canon, they all count. Not like when the first Jurassic World was coming out, it's like no, this is the real sequel. We're not counting those other two, and I'm at least glad we've kind of moved away from that. Even though most of the movies are very good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Ah.
The power of science on the palm of my hand, man.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Robert.
Progress in the Lake House's directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides. See reports WY113 through WY139, allowing us to work with the Investigations Department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold. Manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and defensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE through theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate V29HED, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year and further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Signed, Dr. Jules Mormont, co-head of research. Dr. Deanna Mormont, co-head of research. Research mandate. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the late house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomenon, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to the new goal of the Lake House and its talented staff to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. The Shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. A laboratory will be built at sub-level B, where experimentation relating to the links with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as the focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Signed, Dr. Jules Moment, co-head of research. Dr. Deanna Moment, co-head of research.
Fascinating.
Thanks for the help, Noah.
He said he'd BRB. You can't say shit. You're almost 2 hours late.
That's debatable.
Bastard is hiding them.
Is it?
All those years he steals credit from my
Yeah, I wasn't 2 hours late.
And now he's
I said
Yeah, wasn't he
almost.
only...
Oh, that is
It's not even close to 2 hours yet. Didn't you start at 8?
7:30.
Yeah, it's not even 2 hours yet, and he's been here for like half an hour.
Hour and a half, 2 hours, same difference.
Robert was 5 hours late to
Whoa.
the stream.
Whoa.
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 Noah jump scare.
No.
That was what it was like when the barber snuck in. Popped up.
Oh, Noah, did you clap when the Dilophosaurus showed up? And when Chris
I
Pratt
did.
punched it or whatever?
He disappeared,
he
but you get to hear his
chokeholded it.
reaction for that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, but I wasn't in voice chat for that. I had to get up
Yeah,
and do
he
something.
fell asleep.
Everyone
No, I
else
got up.
was
I got
dying
up. That was when I
laughing,
got
though.
up.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ah.
The color out of space.
The collar.
1, 2, 3.
I hate it when paintings try to kill me.
Everyone knows I drink coffee when paintings try to kill me. Everyone knows that.
Okay, black rock powder. Need to keep
Noah,
Nobody
do you
knows.
Noah, do you know about the Dilophosaurus puppet thing? Did Austin talk about that yesterday?
Had opened the door
I don't
to
know.
Project
I don't
Wayne's
think so.
threshold.
Yeah, he did, because I remember him telling us about it.
Forced. It was unstable.
That they built like
No,
really
it was
fancy animatronics,
Staying
and
with Grandma
then
was the only option.
they broke down, and it's replaced with like a really shitty hand puppet in the actual movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does look like Muppet.
Yeah. Oh my
It's-
god.
It's a Muppet that Chris Pratt strangles.
I couldn't, like, my jaw dropped when I saw it the first time. I was like, because I remember that being like a big shot in the trailer, was like the Dilophosaurus like right in front of the camera, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they're finally going back to that, and then he just
It looks
jokes
like shit.
it looks terrible. But just the image of like, oh, it's about to spit oil or whatever the thing it does, and then Chris Pratt just jokes it out. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
but then Chris Pratt and Alan Grant have the ultimate meeting of the minds.
Mhm.
In that movie, they high five.
That's true.
What is
There's
this
that
person
part
doing?
where Chris Pratt's like, I read your book, and Alan Grant's like, you read my book? Well, I heard an audio
Someone read my
taping.
book.
You're Owen. You train raptors.
You're so young,
You're young.
and I'm old.
Why?
Why are you young?
I was saying.
Chris Pratt's
to
like, I'm like
Robert,
43.
You're so young.
Ah.
He's just a child, no older than my son. I was saying, Robert, that Sam Neill isn't back as Alan Grant. He's back as his character from in the Method of Madness. He's just
Great.
constantly confused about reality.
I still didn't see that movie. It's
You've
on my
ne-
list.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
John just got an idea.
This has been discussed before. It should be on his list.
I forget things. It's fine.
This is why we write things down.
Austin, instead of making me watch In the Mouth of Madness, John's making me watch Hellraiser 3.
Well, okay, so I popped in for our movie night late, Robert, and this is what I walk into. They're watching Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and it's like, okay, didn't you guys just watch that? And they're like, oh yeah, but Noah said, John, I'm gonna show you Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and John was like, only if I get to show you Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. That's like the most one-sided.
Yeah, Turbo is peak, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is gonna suck.
Literally doesn't.
God.
Way better than Turbo.
You haven't even seen Turbo.
Yeah, I've seen a Power Ranger, and it all sucks.
Oh.
Oh hey Austin, how different did the Power Ranger suits look in that movie?
Oh, yeah. No, I got into a giant argument, mostly with Hayden, but also with John, about the Power Ranger suits, where he's like, they're the exact same, and they're like, no, they're
Because they're
slightly
not.
different.
The helmets are all different.
There's not a vast difference, just the visors are different.
I plead the fifth.
What do you mean you plead the fifth? Get in on this debate, Robert.
No. Noah, how did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory hold up on a rewatch?
Oh, we didn't watch it. Because we watched Dominion next, and I got really tired.
That's amazing.
To be fair, I did say we can watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and John specifically was like, "No, we gotta watch Charlie. Fuck, we gotta watch
Charlie and the Dominion
and
Factory.
the dinosaurs.
Dominion." Yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah.
You
Hey,
really don't want to watch it.
hey Tyler, what's up? He said, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think Jurassic Park 3 is the second best. That's not a hot take. Austin agrees with you on that.
It was really
No.
funny. I was looking at that when we were talking, and because he split it up, it just the first comment was, for a second was just, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think Jurassic Park 3, and that's it.
Period.
It's
I
like,
agree.
That
what?
might be a hot take, but I also think Jurassic Park 3.
Alan.
Alan. That's the only sequel that's like in any level watchable.
That's not true.
Hmm
That and Dominion.
It's also
Dominion.
not true.
Dominion's better than The Lost World.
That
Oof,
is true.
no.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die on this hill.
the Lost World has better dinosaurs by like a lot.
No.
Yeah, but Dominion has better acting.
I don't agree with that
I
either.
don't agree with that.
It's got Sam Neill's
Dominion
best
is
performance.
Yeah, it's got Ian Malcolm's best performance. It's got better dinosaurs. It's got more dinosaurs.
The Lost World doesn't have a scene where a character chokes out a hand puppet.
Yeah. It's got just a lot.
It's so
Got-
dense.
it's
There's
sense-
so much
yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
It's
turns
got
into
locusts.
It turns into
Lost World
Mission
doesn't have
Impossible for a little bit. Yeah, exactly. It's got locusts.
There's so many vistas.
It has Han Solo.
Tyler agrees with me. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is not good.
You haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna actually sit there and tell me you like the remake or the
I don't
Tim
hate
Burton
it.
version?
It's not that bad. He's made far
Austin,
worse movies.
odds.
Wait, but what does this have to do with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Like, why specifically that one?
Because that's the one
Why,
that
just-
Noah's gonna show me.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin, you're the
Wait,
biggest Tim
wait.
Burton
This
fan
whole
here.
time I thought you were trying to show him the original.
No,
No.
he wants to show me the
Austin,
Tim
the
Burton
original's
version.
called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
We also watched the original before.
Oh, well, okay. This is not one-sided in any way.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. When you said that earlier, I wasn't quite sure what you meant, so I just let the bit go and dropped it. Because I
No,
was
'cause,
like,
I genuinely this entire time. That's why. No, if I knew that, I wouldn't have been like, oh, like, well, if you guys want to watch it, we can watch it. Last night I would have been like, fuck that, I'm not watching that.
So-
Oh my
Genuinely, this
God.
whole time I thought we were talking about the original.
No,
the
it was
original has a
I
different
would've been-
title.
I would have been like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's
but-
watch it. I
okay,
love
but
the original.
Okay, but well, that was the thing I thought was weird because I was like pretty sure that I've talked to John about the original, and I was like, oh, he hasn't seen it. I swear we've talked about it. but also, okay,
Oh,
I can just never remember which is which, but also B, the one that's called Willy Wonka is about Charlie, and the one that's about Charlie
Yeah.
is called Willy Wonka. How the
That's
fuck am I
true.
supposed to remember that?
Well, so I want to show him that movie because for a long time he refused to watch it. And I just think that's a weird movie to refuse to watch. So
isn't it?
But fair enough, I can see that.
Yeah, Tyler, I agree. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The original is peak.
His peak.
That's a great movie.
But no, Robert, to your point, I was also confused. I was like, I don't know if there's that big a gap in quality from Turbo to Charlie and the Chocolate.
Yeah, right? I don't know what I'd call the better movie in that scenario.
because I thought we were talking about the original. Like, in what world is the Turbo the Power Rangers movie a better film than the original?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Although now having seen both, I think the remake of Charlie is probably better than Turbo Power
It's
Rangers
not.
movie. Well,
I mean, it might be. I have
probably
to
still
rewatch it.
is.
Robert,
It probably
was
still is.
very-
It's just not as big of a divide.
It was
Yeah.
really
It's a smaller
funny,
divide.
Robert. After we finished Turbo, Noah was like, Justin might be the greatest character I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh, that's why I'm eating Noah. What more reason do I need?
you're eating me based on misinformation. I never said
Okay,
this.
so first of all, okay, this is why the three of you are all like options to be eaten. A, one of you is Noah. B, John is offering up lies. And C, Robert is willing to eat someone based on their opinions on Turbo Power Rangers movie. A movie not worth of eating someone over. So this is why. You know what? Fuck. There's no decision. All three of you are getting eaten.
I can't wait till
Alright.
Cap does Turbo on rewind on the rewind, and Austin has to watch it.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
That day will come eventually.
But we are watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory this Saturday.
Yeah. Tyler just said he knows Austin's seen it, but have the rest of you guys seen Transformers 1? I still haven't seen it.
Yes, I have it. It's really good.
Everyone says it's really good. I need to watch it.
Not as good as the 86, but it is good.
I think I like it better than 86.
Okay, John is definitely being eaten.
I'm saved.
And
Like,
that,
86
and that,
is
Rob,
good, but I feel
and
like
Robert,
it's...
that is a film worth eating someone over.
Is it though?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's got Orson Welles, the man who ate everything, playing a character who eats everything.
Exactly.
There's Orson Welles, the man that can eat anything.
I love how that's like, it's introduced like he's fuck, what is that character from
Slipknot.
Suicide Squad? Slipknot, yeah.
Yeah. That's the joke. That's the bit.
No, I know. I'm just saying I like that bit. That's a good bit.
Okay, thank you.
That's a good
You're
bit.
welcome. You're welcome.
Oh fuck, she's in the Upside Down, John.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is she green?
Why is she 9?
I don't think she's 9. She's
Oh,
not
I'm
acting
sorry.
like a 9-year-old.
I'm sorry.
Unlike a certain blue hedgehog.
Mhm. True dat.
Whoa.
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 Are any of you guys seeing Bring Her Back? I was gonna try to see it today, but then it just didn't work
I
out.
don't even know if I don't even know
Yeah.
if it's playing near me.
Oh,
Everyone's raving about
fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
I was gonna see it this weekend, but I had other plans. But hopefully next weekend.
Yeah, here, let's
I-
check. I'll see if it's.
I still don't even
playing.
know what it's about. I just know people are saying it's great.
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
know
know it
anything.
Is that the
The
movie
hormone.
from the people that made Talk to Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
cool.
so.
Yep. I've only seen a teaser trailer that didn't show anything, so I want to go in as blind as I can.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Oh, okay, it is playing here. But perfect. I will try to see that on Tuesday, I guess.
Cute. I think next weekend, Life of Chuck's coming out. I'm definitely gonna go see that.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
I should try to catch Bring It Back too.
yeah, I just saw the trailer for that when I saw Mission Impossible. I
Oh,
hadn't
nice.
seen the trailer at all.
It's got a great cast.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. It is
Tyler
crazy
says
though.
it's been
One
that movie's been everywhere down in Australia.
That's it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can believe it.
So if you were thinking,
They
Of
are
course.
Australian filmmakers.
well, now you know why.
Australia always has to celebrate every time something good comes from it.
Mad Max.
Well, you know they're not going to be able to watch Superman, so they got to take the victories where they can.
Stop shining that light in her face.
Let him do what he wants, Noah. Why you gotta be a light Nazi?
A light Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have very strong opinions on light.
Oh, what are you gonna do now? Now I'm flashing into her face.
You're flashing her?
Don't clip that.
What?
Stop flashing your cock in her face, dude.
Stop it!
Hey, you're the one that said it.
You said it.
You did, yeah.
I didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Phrasing.
Tyler is still taking umbrage with me wanting to eat Noah because I'm hungry. What better reason do I need? That's like the only reason.
But you don't understand. I am hungry, sir.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why me over the other two.
Well, like I said, I'm fully willing to eat any of them. So
I respect that.
yeah. I'm a hungry motherfucker.
The one that says hungry motherfucker.
Yeah, Austin.
Mhm.
When we were talking about The Haunting, we were saying like if we remade this again, like who would you want to make it? And I don't remember if
Once
it was my
Flanagan.
idea. Well, yeah, Flanagan, of course, but he did the show.
Yeah.
So
For some reason, when I watched that show, instantly, I didn't really know that I wasn't really following it. I just started, and I didn't. For some reason, I didn't know that that and The Haunting are based off the same book.
Mhm.
So I'm like 4 episodes in, and they're like, "Oh, Theo," and I'm wait, oh
Like, wait a
no,
minute.
they say Theo, and I'm like, I definitely have a thing for Theo. And then I get to one of the other names, and I'm like, wait a minute. It blew my mind.
That's amazing. But yeah, if they did another movie, I think the guys who made Talk to Me, I think that'd be a good choice. If you wanted like to be bleak and fucked up,
Yeah.
I think they'd be a good fit. Better than Jan de Bont.
I'm glad that he almost made Godzilla too. He's a weird cat.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
He probably would have been alright at least the spectacle aspect.
You really don't
Yeah,
see Logan
but
living in Virginia with me and David?
yeah.
I am glad that their Street Fighter movie fell through.
Oh, just so they could do other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it was just like a weird. I was like, really? I mean, it could have been cool, but I would also just rather see them do original stuff.
It'd be cool to see them do
That's enough.
something more action oriented or just something that's not exactly horror though.
No, I agree with that, but it's the way it was like, oh, they made one hit, boom, the studio picked them up into
And signed them on an IP. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
and it's
sure.
like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
If they just made an action movie, that's cool.
Sure.
But I would rather just see them do original work.
Tyler says that sometime he has to tell us about the spooky house he lived in when he was a
The
kid.
story is changing
Did you end up eating someone to survive, or what happened?
I wouldn't judge him if he did.
I would.
Why?
Because
Wow.
what if that person had other qualities to offer? Preventing them from being eaten.
Noah's really hung up on this.
I'm just saying, like,
He could do the dishes. I don't know.
I was also in a house that was haunted at one point, but I wasn't in it long enough to like get to eating.
Hmm.
Yeah, my cousin used to live there. But all that stuff's fake, anyways.
what, ghosts?
Yeah.
Tell that to
Ghosts,
Zach
ghouls,
Baggins, bitch.
goblins. Well, Zach Baggins' my uncle, so fuck you.
That's your my dad works at Nintendo story. Zach Baggins is my uncle, actually.
Yeah, and he told me that ghosts aren't real. Just make believe.
Zach Baggins is like the one ghost hunter whose name I can remember. Just of like the famous ones that have
Yeah.
shows.
It's true.
I think just because he sounds like a hobbit, but that's the
For me,
only
it's
reason I
because of
remember it.
Red Letter Media and no other reason.
That and Red Letter Media, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know him. I like Sasquatch hunters.
I'm sorry about your
Gotta
brother-in-law.
make that
Okay.
drop to Squatch.
Completely killed the mood.
Sorry, I was looking at something else.
It's okay.
No, I just had a delayed, like, thinking, how do I respond? What should I say to that? Yeah,
No,
Sasquatch is great.
I've just seen like videos of like Sasquatch hunters, and they're just really funny. They're really dumb.
Was that show that lasted for like 10 years, Finding Bigfoot?
Yeah, they never did.
They never did.
So you skip to the series finale, right? And see what happened.
Did they
I
find
wonder
it?
I wonder if anyone in 2025 starts that show and just starts at the beginning and goes all the way through.
Austin's gonna do that.
I need to know if they found him.
You don't turn when it's taken. You kill when it's already had.
I forget if it's that show where they like debate people who don't believe in Sasquatches, and there's one where they're like, oh, there's been no evidence proven that it exists, and they're like, look, okay, absence of evidence is not evidence of an absence, and it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
I watched a really good video at one point on the whole Loch Ness monster myth, and like,
okay.
but like breaking down like all the tests people have done and how they failed and how we are like 1000% sure that the Loch Ness monster does not exist, but there are still people very convinced and trying so hard. Where it's like, no.
No, they're real. I remember once I walked in to my dad's house, and two of my brothers were like sitting around the TV. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" And the younger one's just like, "We were watching videos about mermaids. Do you know they're real?" And I look at the other one, and he like clearly had that moment of like, "Oh shit." My older brother is now questioning this thing that I believed in, so now I don't know what to say. So he's just like, I didn't really believe it though. And the younger one's like, but you did. We talked about it. I was just dying.
No.
No.
I want to believe. Oh, that's amazing. The thing that blew my mind about the Loch Ness monster myth that I didn't know until that was Austin, you remember that scene in King Kong with like the Brontosaurus or whatever when it's like in the water, then it
Yeah.
eats a couple of them. So the guy who described like what the Loch Ness monster looked like, who like created that iconic image of like the long neck, the head sticking out of the water, like the first person to really describe it, he had
Yeah.
seen the King Kong movie like a few weeks prior. And it's like, oh, he was just describing this fucking thing he saw in the movie, and it's like, oh yeah, that's the Loch Ness monster, and people bought it. This was in newspapers. Like that became the image of that creature.
Oh, I saw this
It's
bloody monster.
amazing.
He came out of the lake. He's a giant ape.
Yeah, because like before that guy, there were all these myths, but like they were never consistent. Like, oh, it's a giant shark or a giant squid or whatever. Like there was not like a unified
Oh, okay.
like
It wasn't a
look for
dinosaur
it.
yet.
Yeah, or could I mean also like dinosaurs, like we didn't even discover really until very recently.
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
But yeah, it's like really funny that he like just watched that movie and was like, oh, I'll just say that, and then people bought it. Like we've made movies and shows and shit where that's just the look. That's just the design now.
I think I
But
copyrighted that. Oh, I saw this bloody monster. He looked like a giant ape. He came out of the lake. He done grabbed my girlfriend and climbed up the Empire State Building. But we got him.
We've grabbed Nessie. We gotta find him.
That's true. You're doing Scottish. I was doing more of like an Irish, which is incorrect. You are
Yeah.
correct.
It's Scottish.
Yeah, I mean it's all the same shit.
There's still time to make him fix it.
Yeah.
I won't.
The only difference between Scotland and Ireland is the amount of pints they've been drinking, mate.
Oh.
More peanuts.
More peanuts.
Sorry, just
Give me that peanuts.
I'm sorry, just Colin Farrell's Bullseye is the just poster child for Irish.
How much do you love that that video of him in penguin makeup where he's
so
delivering
good.
the final speech on set?
Oh, I'm so proud of the
I'll
show.
never forget it.
Well, I'll never forget our working with all of you. We're bringing Oz to life.
It's so freaky.
The way Tor behaved, I'm surprised my mom hung around for as long
It
as
keeps
she
me up at night.
Every
I wake
time
up
I
in a-
close my eyes, I see him.
Every night I wake up in a cold sweat and I hear, "Oh, I'm so proud of this show."
Tor and Odin can actually speak with me in my mind place.
We're still talking about Thor and Odin.
Thor and Oakenshield.
Tor and Odin
Thor-
are my relatives.
So
Thor and
if you
Odin.
missed it,
With what I
they
know.
revealed that the cult that we were originally sent here to investigate started
Oh, yeah.
because Alan has inadvertently been sending monsters to the city, and they've been the only ones able to stop them.
Oh,
Is he
man.
stupid?
Yeah.
Am I stupid?
Whoa. I am.
Does he know? He knows.
I do love that meme.
Nope.
Austin, rewatching Final Reckoning today, one part that made me laugh is in the opening. This is a spoiler. When we're getting that montage of all the older movies, and on the tape is like, Ethan, you've always been here on every mission. You always get the job done. And like when they play one of the clips of him rock climbing in the second one, that's really funny because that has nothing to do with anything. That's just Ethan Hunt fucking around.
They're just trying to let you know that they remember the second one exists, even though they
Exactly.
won't reference it in any like plot way.
Ethan, you've always come through for a country, like when you went rock
Like when you
climbing that
tried
once.
to just rock climb on vacation.
Hey, he accepted a mission while he was doing that.
But
That's true.
he initially was just
Came
on
through.
vacation.
Isn't that also the only one where it's just straight up a mission?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the only one where he doesn't go rogue.
So there you go. He was accepting the call.
From Anthony Hopkins.
Every time I think of Anthony Hopkins now, I just think of in 2017 when, like, before every movie they played this clip of him talking about how much he loved being in Transformers 5. It's like lives rent free in my head, where he's just like, "Oh, silence the lambs. Oh, am I right? It's so boring."
And we're all like, he's gonna die in like a week. He's really just let him have this.
Oh, Robert.
But he's still alive. He's still kicking.
He's
Good for him.
he's still alive. You should feel bad.
Yeah, the movie's almost 10 years old.
Transformers: The Last Night.
Yeah.
You're a terrorist.
We should watch it again for its almost 10-year-old anniversary.
Yay!
Yay.
So John can watch it for the first time.
Jack can watch it for the first time.
Ugh.
Like the that re-release coming out for This Is Spinal Tap. That's the 41st anniversary.